Folks, today I'm standing out front of the station, and that's Cochrane's main central transport hub. And then it's also acting as the Cochrane's information center and their business services center. So I'll show you what I mean here. So this is the station. Right out front of it here is 2 bus lanes. So the station is a public transport center right in the heart of downtown Cochrane, and it's part of Cochrane's on-demand service, Colt. So Colt is a bus service that operates in Cochrane. It is an on-demand service, like I said. So it works much like your rideshare programs in the city, in that you get an app and you can request a stop at one of more than 150 bus stops in Cochrane, and then they'll come pick you up. It's super economical to ride on. It's $2.50 per ride. You can get monthly passes for about $50 for an adult. The station is also acting as Cochrane's business and visitor center. So you can go in, and on the right-hand side when you enter, there's all the pamphlets for tourist attractions and all the events going on. It's got all the information about Jasper, Banff, and Lake Louise, anything that's going on around the community. And then on the left-hand side when you walk in is your business services area. So you can go in there and you can do your dog licensing and any of Cochrane's little business tax paperwork area as well. The great thing about this central hub is that all of the Colt buses connect to here, which is right beside downtown Cochrane. And then in the mornings and evenings, that's where on it, the commuter services buses drop off and pick up. So for members that want to use on it and commute into downtown Calgary, on it will pick up here from the central station or the central hub in Cochrane and take you right into downtown Calgary. Now it drops off at 6 different spots in downtown, and we'll show you on the map right about here where those 6 spots are. The other great thing is it also drops off at the Brentwood LRT station and the University of Calgary. So if you're a student that lives in Cochrane attending the University of Calgary, that'll work great for you. There is some parking down here. It is free to park. There's no paid parking signs, which is great. And then from here, if you do take any of these stops, and again, like I said, there's over 150 stops inside of Cochrane, and they're in Fireside, they're in Greystone, they're in Heritage Hills, they're in Sunset Ridge, they're in all the new communities. You can come down here, get off the Colt bus, and you're within walking distance to Walmart, walking distance to the Save On, walking distance to No Frills, all of your grocery shopping. You're walking distance to your banking with Scotiabank and RBC, CIBC as well. It makes it super easy to come downtown and do all of your needs and errands all in one stop. Now, the only issue that I see with the Colt is because it is an on-demand service, if you put in a request and there's a lot of requests at that time and not a lot of drivers, you may have to wait a little bit before your ride arrives. Now, the app does allow you to log in and pre-plan trips, so you can book trips for yourself for up to a week in advance. So that's super nice, just to kind of plan out your week, see where you need to see where you need your rides and everything like that. The costs are pretty cheap. Like I said, $250 for an adult to ride, and I think monthly passes are about $50 right now. And then for the commuter side of things, it's $300 a month for the commuter to Cochrane. And what that does is it also provides you with, during those commute times, a free Colt ride. So if you have a commuter membership and then you want to take Colt from your house to the central station and then into downtown Calgary, that Colt ride is included in your On It commuter bus subscription. So that's super handy. Now, they do have a bit of a driver shortage, as has been highlighted in the past few weeks here with these news articles, and I'll just kind of link them here and just talking about how right now they are having some delays because of lack of drivers. So if you do live in Cochrane or think about moving to Cochrane, that's an employment opportunity for you as well if you wanted to get in and start driving for Colt. Cochrane also does have Uber and Lyft, the 2 ride-sharing apps, and they've been active in the area since about 2017. Now the real dilemma is, and I've tried this myself, is you log into the app and you look in Cochrane, you say, all right, I want to book a ride from Spray Lake Sawmill Center, and I want to go back to Cochrane Toyota because I'm going to go pick up my vehicle. Now it shows 1 active vehicle in the area, at least when I looked. And so what that is going to tell you is that you're going to have to wait a little while because of the lack of drivers and the lack of operators in the area. The reliability of those rides are just going to be pretty slim. However, because it is part of the service area, taking an Uber from Calgary out to Cochrane, should you need to, say you miss your commuter bus home or you're running late at the office and you just miss those train connections, you need to get home, Uber does drive out here and it is super convenient. The only difference is doing the reverse might be kind of challenging if there's no drivers in the area. There's also several taxi companies that operate in Cochrane, and I'll include links to those down below as well, and just kind of give you an overview of which companies operate in the area. My preference has always been to use Uber or Lyft over a taxi, but in Cochrane, that is going to be your best option for the most reliable service, in my opinion. So I'll include that information for you below. Colt also has a bunch of buses that run in and out of Morley and the Stoney Nakoda Lodge. So for those commuting west of the city into the Stoney Nakoda area and then back into Cochrane, those buses are available in the morning and the evening as well. So just that's another feature and service that Cochrane Colt does provide.
Let's jump in real quick. I'm gonna do a quick overview of the maps. We'll show you all the Colt stops. As I mentioned in the video, we'll touch on the few taxi companies that operate in Cochrane, and then we'll get you back into the video here. So let's do this super quick. So Colt's website here, this is the map of Cochrane. As you can see, there's quite a few different options. Over 150 stops. They're in every major community, which is awesome. So you can just kind of see the dispersion of stops. As Greystone gets developed, I would assume that Colt's going to expand and insert some stops in there. So stay tuned for that. Biggest thing, again, as I mentioned in the video, Colt is an on-demand service. And here's your pricing currently. It's $2.50 a ride with monthly passes, $50, but for the seniors or students, it's $25 or $30 a month, which is excellent. Tagged into that is the On-It regional transportation system. So this is the one here where it'll pick up, as I mentioned, it'll pick up here at Cochrane right at the station. And the station's just located right on Railway Street and Grand Boulevard, right beside the Cochrane Public Library. So it's just on the north-hand side of Railway Street. Just so you're aware, it's in this lot right here. And here is the parking that I was standing in the video. And that'll pick up from there in the morning and drop off there in the afternoon. The two different routes, as I mentioned, they have stops in for Brentwood Station and stops at the University of Calgary campus. And then the 6 stops in downtown Calgary are right here along 6th Ave and then back out on 9th Ave. So it stops all on the downtown commercial core right by the core shopping center. So you got 6 options there, and then I either walk from there or take regular Calgary Transit if that's something that you're interested in. Pricing for that one, as mentioned in the video, did increase as of June 1st, 2023. So this video is super current, which is awesome. And it'll be a $300 monthly pass between Cochrane and downtown Calgary. And if you're only going as far as Brentwood LRT or the University of Calgary, it's $40 cheaper, it's $260 a month. So that's super great. And then touching on the couple taxi companies that operate in Cochrane, there's 3 taxi companies that operate in Cochrane that I was able to find information for readily, and that's Taxi for You Cochrane. I'll include the link to their website here in the description below, but that's right here. They also have Cochrane Taxi. They don't have a website, but just kind of brings you this Facebook page, so I'll link this in the description below. And then the final one there is Cochrane Cabs. And Cochrane Cabs also has a bunch of ride shares and shuttle services for airport service. So if that's something you need, they're a great option as well. Again, no real website, so I'll link their Facebook page in the description below. We'll jump back into the video here. I hope this was helpful. I hope this has highlighted all the public transit options in Cochrane and just gives you a general review of what's available should you choose to move to Cochrane.
If you have any questions about the transportation options in Cochrane, I'd love to help you out. If you're looking to move to Cochrane, I'd love to get in contact with you, meet with you, set up some showings and take you around and give you a tour of this beautiful city. If you're thinking about selling in Cochrane, I'd love to help highlight how great of a place this is to live for future buyers and help you sell your home. Get in contact with me. My information is in the description of this video or in the pinned comment below. And as always, have a great day. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next video.